Hi everyone, Brad Porter here with my weekly Sunday update. Top of mind for me this week is energy management. So I was flipping through Elad Gil's High Growth Handbook. If you don't have a copy of High Growth Handbook, it's worth getting, particularly if you're a CEO or startup founder and just having it next to you, flip through it periodically. And Elad talks about the role of CEO, um, and one of the things he talks about with the role of CEO is self management. Is there isn't someone else managing your time or your energy. You need to not burn out. You need to balance things. You need to kind of keep things in check. So this is top of mind for me this week because I managed to catch COVID, and so I've been battling COVID the last couple days. Means I wasn't able to go on a family trip that I was really looking forward to, and I'm not going to be able to go on a work trip this week to DC. And so fortunately, I have great team members who will go in my place, but it's kind of uh, obviously viruses happen, but I view my job as to stay very healthy and in the game. And fortunately, I've just been battling this kind of over a Fourth of July weekend, and so I'll probably be remote tomorrow, but I'll be back at it. Um, but at Cobalt, one of our credos is sustainable energy, and the idea is, look, we need to be a kind of high output, high energy, high intensity work environment. You can't really do a startup and just kind of, coast. That doesn't work. On the other hand, burning out is a recipe for making a lot of bad decisions. It's a recipe for being really inefficient with your time. And so we think a lot about, what is sustainability. And I talk to the team about, there's a version of this where we as managers try to make sure that everyone you know, is balanced in their work and not burning out. But that's pretty hard because everyone works in slightly different ways. Some people go really, really intensely for 10 days, and then they kind of, take a break for a day, and then they kind of go intensely again. Some people are, very steady as you go. Um, Everyone's style is a little bit different. And so I think about this kind of in the way you might as a fitness trainer. If you're a fitness trainer, you really want the person you're training to let you know if the exercises are too much, or if they're feeling some pain, or if a joint doesn't feel right, like, because then you can modify the exercises. You can kind of work together to figure out, hey, how do we continue to make the same amount of progress, but maybe adjust some things here or there. And so that's the ask we have of our team at Cobot is to be self-aware, to check in with yourself. But as a CEO, there's no one else to do it for you. You need to do that. So I, you know, it, having a day where I was at home, I decided to try launching a LinkedIn newsletter. I kind of thought maybe I'd get about 30 subscribers. I thought I'd be thrilled if I got 300. I think we're closing in now on, I don't know, 3,700, getting toward 4,000 subscribers. Thank you. That's kind of well, it's high expectations for the newsletter. I've got to do a bunch, but I think one of the most interesting things was something like 8.4% of uh, the folks who subscribed had the title of founder, co-founder, or CEO. And so that's almost 300 kind of founders, co-founders, CEOs out there. So if I do a little bit to kind of tune my content toward CEOs and what it's like to be CEOs, well, that's because maybe almost 10% of my audience is that. And so I'm going to kind of dial up that a little bit more. But please do subscribe to the newsletter if you're not already. I will release it on Thursdays, and I'm going to include a transcript of these weekly Sunday videos. And so hope you find that valuable. And as always, if you took the whole time to listen to this, then I would love for you to take the extra 30 seconds and kind of leave a comment, leave feedback. I do feel like I'm talking in the void sometimes, and so whatever ideas or thoughts you have, super valuable. Particularly interested in future topics you'd love to hear about. Hey, thanks everyone.